Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up on your chat before we begin. That's right, TM. So yeah, it's going to be okay this morning. The weather's going to be okay, and then it's going to rain a little bit later, which is a shame because my plan was to stay back for the day and do some filming because I'm creating a little piece about the Great Ocean Road that I'm recording. So I will have to come back on Friday and do some more recording, which requires more driving, which means that I might even just do a couple more streams while I'm here on Friday. So we'll see. Well, there we go. There you are. Hey, g'day everyone. Hello. G'day. G'day. Oh, hey, nice to see you all. G'day TM. G'day Queen V. G'day Fatima. Nice to see you. G'day Catherine. Nice to see you. Hi CC. Hey Leslie. Nice to see you. G'day Emily. Great to see you. Hey Sarah. Oh, great. Lovely. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Thanks so much for being here. Hello Michelle. Nice. Hey Fatima. Great. Beautiful. Well, it is great to have you with me today. I'm excited to show you so much more. Let's see. Oh, the chat's firing, which is perfect. Let's see. Stephanie's saying, "G'day, Alex. I was on Inside Timer doing a 14-day." Oh, yes. I saw that 14-day challenge. It looks good. I'm glad you're doing it, Stephanie. Brenda. Hello, Brenda. I don't know, Queen V. I've got to figure that out. What is that sample goal? I think it might be subscribers. I don't know. Hey, Judith. Hey, Samara. Nice to see you. Hello, Natalie. Hey, Tariq. Okay, and of course Ollie and Jimmy. Nice to see you guys pop on. So, guys, the chat's on the main screen. How do I get rid of that? Let's see. Maybe I can get rid of that. Why is this all happening? I will have to sort this out, my friends. How do I do this? Maybe I'll put on simple mode. Maybe that helps. There you go. I think that's better now. Oh, no. Anyway. Hey, Suzanne. Lovely to see you. Nice to see you, Suzanne. Okay, guys, let's begin. Thank you so much for being here. It fixed. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, great. So let's... Oh, no, it isn't. Well, okay. I don't know why it's doing this. Let me see how I can get rid of... Oh, what have I done? Okay. Let me see how I can get rid of this. Just bear with me. Switch between scenes. How do I remove this? No. Rewards. Okay, look, I don't know what to do. Settings. Yes. Okay. I'll go to advanced settings. Well, scenes. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think I've removed it. Oh. Can you guys see? Okay, cool. All good now. I just had to fix it. There you go. All good, all fixed. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me on this tour. It is 7:36 in the morning here in Loch Ard Gorge in the Great Ocean Road, and I'm thrilled to have you all with me. I'm so excited to show you a little bit more of what is one of the most visited parts of Australia, and here we are. I've taken you here before, but we can never get enough of what is considered by many Australia's 5th most beautiful beach. So let me flip the camera. So this is going to be the itinerary. Let me just put the camera down so I can Okay. Oh. And as you can tell, the skies are extremely grey today. But the following is going to be the itinerary. So we're going to check out the beach. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about a shipwreck that happened at this beach. We're just going to enjoy it. I want us to just enjoy the beauty and the postcard-esque and the picturesque, stunning, alluring, gorgeous sight that is in front of me. And then we will head a little bit down around the corner and we'll check out something else that follows the story that I'll tell you. So thank you so much. Let's just enjoy. Alex, Mr. Fix-It. That's right, Noreen. 10:36 p.m. Well, that's a good point, Emily. Ominous sky, definitely. Okay, and I've got the big furry mic. At least it's working today. Yesterday, to give you some context, it was very, very stormy and windy at the 12 Apostles, so we had to cut the tour short a little bit, but that's just life. That's just what happens. So let's begin. Thank you. Nice to see you. Let's switch the camera. And by the way, if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe to my channel on YouTube. So feel free to do that. It should be somewhere on the screen. You can just click the subscribe button. You can also click on the bells notifications so you don't miss out on upcoming stuff that I'm loading, because I am creating a little mini, I'm documenting my journey on the Great Ocean Road. And I'll be showing you things that you haven't seen on the streams yet because there is no reception signal. So you'll be seeing it then. Yes, Fatima, that's exactly right. The love story. Okay, let's switch the camera. And here we are outside Loch Ard Gorge, which is part of the 12 Apostles Marine National Park. And as you can tell, these giant limestone structures have you could argue a prehistoric feel to them, right? They're absolutely beautiful and absolutely gorgeous. Let's keep walking. And let's head downstairs and talk a little bit more about it. Oh no, look what I just saw here. Beach access closed due to cliff instability. I just saw this now. Oh my Lord. That is so frustrating. Oh, okay, that's okay. Cliff instability. Wow, that's okay. So we can still enjoy Loch Ard Gorge from atop the cliff. Let's just walk a little closer. Oh, wow, cliff instability. We're not really having quite the things aren't really going to plan lately. But what we're going to do is, it's okay. What we're going to do is we are going to enjoy it from here, from this angle, and then we are going to enjoy it from that angle, and then we're going to enjoy it from that angle, okay? So we can't really head to the beach, but let me tell you, the waves are ferocious today. So if we head down there, you're going to experience some crashing of the waves that you probably have never experienced before. So and over there you have a cave and you have the beach. It's quite stunning. And this is actually considered one of the most beautiful beaches in Australia. And this beach is known, obviously, for its beauty, but there's also a story attached to this beach. So basically, this beach is named after a ship called the Loch Ard, which sailed past here at around 1878, approaching the end of a 3-month journey from England to Melbourne. And it's a story of two people who have shown, a young man who has shown bravery and rescued a 19-year-old girl who lost 8 members of her family in the shipwreck. It all starts with a boy by the name of Tom Pierce. He was he was working on the ship of the Loch Ard Gorge. He was an apprentice, and what happened was the ship had 52 people on board, and it had Tom, it had Miss Eva Carmichael, and 50 other people. Around midnight, the ship, as just down there, the ship succumbed to a giant wave and crashed against the cliffs. And it happened right before the passengers and the crew were celebrating. They were having drinks. They were excited about their arrival to Australia. They were only 2 hours away from Melbourne, and it was going to be something that they were very excited about. Well, maybe more than 2 hours actually. And the ship was sinking. And Tom Pierce, along with 4 other sailors, he was clearing out the lifeboats, trying to rescue as many people as possible. And then he eventually fell into the water. Everyone just fell into the water. A lot of people crashed against the waves, and you'll see when we head down there how dangerous it is and how dangerous it looks and how unlikely it is for anyone to survive these crashes. He found himself escaping and finding refuge in this. But then he found Eva Carmichael floating just over there. So he initially was resting in this cave, and then he found her body floating, and he swam out and brought her into this cave. And then he helped her. He basically saved her life. I mean, her survival chances are extremely slim. She was thrown between two gigantic pillars. And remember, the conditions were thundering at that time. So, and he was tired, and Tom was extremely tired. So when he found her, she actually fainted. And yeah, anyway, so he saved her, he rescued her, and they both found their way into the cave. Tom eventually woke up at around 2 p.m. and he found her, she was unconscious or in a deep sleep. And then he realized that if they were to live, he's got to find help. So he stepped out of the cave, and then he managed somehow, by some miracle, he managed to climb all the way up to here, from there. And just to give you an idea of how large these cliffs are, he managed to climb all the way up to the top. And when he stepped out, there was nothing but uninhabited land, just empty land everywhere. And it took him hours. He was wandering for hours, and he had two choices. He could turn left or right, and he chose to turn right. But had he turned left, he would not have found a soul in sight. But he turned right, and luckily, after walking for hours, he came across a sheep track, and he found Gibson's homestead. And Gibson and his farm workers were the only people in this land, within hundreds of kilometers. So when he found Gibson and his men, were like, "What's the matter?" And he regaled him with his story. And as soon as they found out, they jumped onto their transport. They arrived to this place. They found Eva lying, almost half dead, you could argue, just over there on the beach. This is what Tom Pierce and Eva both looked like, the two sole survivors. So when Eva Carmichael woke up, or recovered from her unconsciousness, she woke up, she was shocked, she was confused, she didn't know what was going on. And It's a miracle. It is a miracle. And eventually they stayed with Gibson for a little bit, for a few weeks, and then the Australian government took them in, brought them to Melbourne, and the story erupted. It became the most talked about story in Australia. Let's keep walking. I want to show you different angles of this beautiful beach. And look at the skies. And a lot of people, because Tom was 19, Eva was 18, a lot of people were suggesting and encouraging that they, wow, what a story, they rescued each other, they've survived this together, and a lot of people wanted them to become a couple, to couple up, but they never really did. They just became friends, and nothing happened. And that was an interesting story. After the incident, Tom, he went to Melbourne, stayed with his aunt. He received a special gift from the Premier of Victoria. It was a gold watch, a chain and locket, to thank him for his bravery. He got a gold medal from the Humane Society, and he had 5,000 people attend the ceremony. Let's walk a little bit further. I'm going to show you another angle. Better than Romeo and Juliet. And then 2 or 3 months after the shipwreck, Tom went back to England, and here's the funny thing: on his way back to England, on his return voyage, he was wrecked on the Irish coast, and that was. So on his way back, he experienced another shipwreck. So poor Tom could never catch a break. And then again in 1906, he became in command of a ship. And while he was in command of a 4,000-ton ship, he was involved in a collision with a 14,000-ton German steamer. So, and look, it was very foggy. So yeah, I mean, 2 people died. And then not long after, his 2 sons, by then he was in his 30s, and his 2 sons died from a shipwreck as well. And that, a lot of these experiences, his experiences and his sons, dying, they really took a toll on his health. So he ended up dying in 1908, which is very sad, in his 40s. And then with Eva, this would have been, yeah, definitely. And with Eva basically returned back to Ireland. She married a man, same class as her. And yeah, they never saw each other again. In 1934, though, when Eva was 76 years old, she traced Tom Pearce's 3rd son, Robert, and then he was very highly ranked in a company. And look at this beautiful cave over there. And she wrote him a letter, and then she asked Tom's son to visit her. And she wrote, "Look, if an old woman in her 70s can be found time for a chat over those tragic days, I've never forgotten that I owe my life to your father." And then the letter followed Tom's son for months around the world before he finally received it. And when he eventually did receive it, he contacted her, and then he discovered that she actually died a week after writing that letter to Tom's son. So that's very sad. So such a sad story. Such a sad story. Yeah, no tourists today, Leslie. It's very early. People usually go to 12 Apostles early in the morning. Loch Ard Gorge is more of an afternoon, but Loch Ard Gorge is best experienced when the weather is sunny. So yeah, definitely would have been a great screenplay, without a doubt. Yes, exactly. That a difference between Disney fairy tales and real life. Yeah, bad luck with the weather, eh? I agree, Carla. How beautiful is that? extremely sad. How stunning. Let's go explore this. So what we'll do is, I agree, Stephanie, it's so sad. What we'll do is, let's just explore this beach from this angle. There are a variety of angles that we can explore from. Now, I'll give you two options. I'm thinking we can head quickly down there, just explore the crashing of the waves, then we can head down and check out the cemetery. Or we can just go check out the cemetery. But here's another angle. Shore is beautiful. Michelle, where was this ship coming from and why were she and her family on it? Good question, Michelle. So the ship, so her and her family were Irish. So they originally had to go to England first, and the ship was coming from England to Melbourne. And her and her 8 family members were looking to migrate from the UK to Melbourne. So it was, yeah, they were looking to start a new life in Australia. Yes, I remember, Julie. There were people swimming in the beach when I did on that day. It's quite beautiful. So what I'm going to do is, let's go and experience the waves crashing, and then I'm going to power walk back. Wish I had a little scooter. And then we'll quickly finish it off at the cemetery of the people who died in the shipwreck. Say and then we can finish it off. But we can't be here. We can't be here. This beautiful part. And I don't know if, I can only assume that some of you may not have seen the waves crashing, which for me is one of the most humbling and awe-inspiring moments of visiting the Great Ocean Road. And I feel like I kind of owe it to you after yesterday's 12 Apostles. I'm not going to say failure, but it didn't go to plan. Check this cave out. And then after this, we're going to take a little break and we're going to check out the Thunder Cave, which is not far from here. But the Thunder Cave is quite a beautiful sight. So we'll check that out. And then, TM, and that's the thing, TM. The reason I think today would be good to check out the waves crashing, so the waves are super powerful, and we're going to experience massive crashes now. So yeah, we can't miss that. So let's go and experience these huge crashes. You're absolutely welcome, Michelle. And yeah, I'll give you a little 360. And the clouds are very dramatic. The power of the water, I agree, Suzanne. So stunning. Look at the clouds today, absolutely stunning. It's a shame it's going to rain, but that's just life. I'm just walking backwards in hopes I don't step on an echidna. That would not be a very pleasant experience. Nature sure is amazing, Kathy. I could not agree more. Something so stunning about nature. And Leslie's saying, I wouldn't want to get trapped on the beach when the tide comes in. Oh, 100% not, Leslie. Now, the coast that we are along, this coast of the Great Ocean Road is known as the Shipwreck coast. It's a little bit further down there. And I would love to take you to Shipwreck coast. The thing with Shipwreck coast, there have been about 500 shipwrecks happen on that coast over the span of less than not even 100, like 50 years. So it's and there you can actually experience some of the ships being there. Like you can see bits and pieces from the ships on Shipwreck coast. Very dangerous, and part of that is because of the waves. The waves of the Southern Ocean are extremely powerful, and a lot of ships have failed to make it to Melbourne running from this coast. It's a very dangerous, it's very dangerous. So you don't want to be too close to the water, to the sand, because the waves can be extremely powerful. Yes, that echidna was adorable. What's the temperature? Natalie's asking. The temperature is like, it feels like it's about 10 degrees Celsius, 10 or 11 degrees Celsius. So now, here's what I'm going to do. First, you check out this beautiful giant cliff. So this cliff, to give you some perspective, I keep forgetting how to convert meters to feet, but this cliff is about over 100 meters. So I don't know what that is in feet, but that's a large cliff. So many lives lost, I know. That's a lot. Yes, there are plenty of lighthouses around here, Leslie, but unfortunately, where there are no lighthouses, that's when the shipwrecks happened. Okay, just catching up on the comments. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to do the following, okay? We're going to head down, experience the crashes. I'm just going to, because there's a guy there. I won't say much. I just want you to, nothing needs to be said. Nothing needs to be said. 300 feet. So thanks for your help, my friends. Julie, Michelle, thank you. And Leslie, thank you. Check this out. Nothing needs to be said. Just enjoy this for about 5 minutes and then we'll head. You really can't, Sarah. You cannot beat the beauty of nature. One sec, straighten it up, there we go. Okay. Check out these powerful. Super powerful waves. Wait for the big crash. Wow, that was a big crash. The sound is unbelievable. Wow, look at those. Can you imagine even surviving being stuck in there? There's no way. The mistake Loch Ard Gorge made is that they tried to thread the ship between these two cliffs. Silly. They tried to go in between these two, and that's when they got stuck. The waves just overpowered them. Same here, CC. How beautiful is this? Oh, hey, Stefan. Stefan, nice to see you. Oh, we have a special guest here today. My good friend from the Netherlands, Stefan. He's one of the most brilliant guides I've ever met. Lovely to have you here, my friend. Thanks for being here. Let's, same here, Julie, 100%. I could be here all day. Be here all day. Gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Let's give it another minute or two. Ah, thanks, mate. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. Powerful waves. I agree. Absolutely gorgeous. Hot waves. Whoa, that was a big one. And this is all happening live here in Australia, Victoria. Port Campbell, more specifically. Okay, let's head back. I don't want to leave. Damn it. I'm too mesmerized. Let's keep going. Absolutely stunning. I agree, Leslie. I agree. The noise is out of this world. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, guys, click the like and subscribe. It really goes a long way. I know, Tina. I don't want to go either. Well, look. You know what we're going to have to do, my friends? I'm thinking maybe just like a 30-minute tour of just this. Sometime, maybe Friday, I'm thinking. I'll be back on Friday to do more filming. I'm making a little mini film about the Great Ocean Road, like a little documentary vlog. So I can be back on Friday. Maybe we can just do like a standing here and enjoying the waves. Okay, let's keep going. But my friends, if you are enjoying this, you're gonna love the Thunder Cave. So let's head back now. Look at the sky. The sky is just on another level. Let's head back, and let's go to the cemetery, because I haven't been to the cemetery yet, and I want to take you with me. So I think that it'll just be nice to encapsulate the story, to summarize the story, and conclude our chapter of Loch Ard Gorge by heading to the cemetery and paying our respect to the victims of this shipwreck. And you're welcome, Denise. Thank you for being here. And then yeah, maybe down the track we could just do a tour in which I don't talk much. I might just tape my mouth to avoid talking, and then we can just enjoy the waves. And you know what I love about observing those waves crash against those giant cliffs is that you're mesmerized, as you could experience just now. Notice only 5 minutes, you are mesmerized, and every now and then a massive wave crashes against the cliffs and your eyes just pop out of their sockets. It's quite an incredible experience. And now we're going to head to the Loch Ard Gorge Cemetery. Yeah, Leslie, so do I. I'd love to see an echidna. I'd love to see an echidna now. And then after this, if you like the thundering waves, then we're going to head to the Thunder Cave, which has been known to sound like it emits sounds of thunder. So that's going to be quite an incredible experience. Oh, thanks, Leslie. You're amazing. Thank you so much. It is like a mini meditation. It is, certainly is. It's incredible. Those cliffs are just... I've been here on countless times. I can never get enough. I never get enough of this beauty. Check out this giant cave. This isn't the Thunder Cave, but it's still a pretty cave. Good question, Emily. So Emily's got a good question. Do animals hibernate in Australia? No, not quite. They just go about their business all year round. Animals in Australia have become over the years very adaptive. And like, for example, kangaroos can experience a variety of conditions, especially in our state, Victoria. They can experience extreme cold, like I'm talking -1, -2 degrees, which again, Canadians, that's like beach weather for you. But kangaroos can experience that, and then, you know, a few months later, merely 5 to 6 months later, it'll be scorching hot, like 35, 40 degrees hot. And they can survive in both conditions. And animals in Australia have truly become accustomed to surviving on those conditions, which is, yeah, just amazing. There are a lot of stray cats around the Otways, around this area. And it is sad because I'm not sure if cats are adept at surviving in the freezing conditions. So I feel bad for the cats more than anything. How remarkable that you can hear the little birds through the thunder of the waves. That is remarkable. 100%, Kathy. 100%. It is quite amazing, isn't it? I just like this shot. Such a beautiful beach. Cindy is saying, makes one feel very small looking at the massive grandeur of the water on cliffs. Oh, 100%, Cindy. 100%. I've talked about that so many times. You're 100% right. How sometimes you need this reminder that we are small. I mean, humans, we tend to get a little ahead of ourselves, but we need to sometimes be confronted with the power and beauty and the immense might of nature. And you know, we were talking about ore last time I was here, and there are a lot of benefits to experiencing ore-like moments of this nature. They say that when you experience ore, it brings out a more humble side of you. You become a more honest person. Studies have shown that when people are experiencing awe or having experienced awe, people are less likely to cheat. People are less likely to mistreat other people and break the law. So there is a lot of good to going out and just experiencing this awe, hoping for many more returns. Yes, we definitely will. Yes, Sarah, within the vast area, one feels like an ant, 100%. So now, we're going to walk for 250 meters. How far are you from Melbourne, Barb is asking? We're approximately a 4-hour drive from Melbourne, 4 hours. So you could travel to various, we're going to head now to the cemetery. And you got Muttonbird Island, and you got the Thunder Cave, which we'll be heading to later. So let's go to the cemetery now. And we'll end our tour over there. Yeah, that's right, Leslie. It's 230 kilometers from here to Melbourne. It's actually, well, the whole Great Ocean Road is 243 kilometers. But, yeah. Can you hear the birds? Okay, well the birds just stopped talking. Let's head to the cemetery now. Yes, I'm getting my steps in, Emily. I don't need to go to the gym. You guys saved me a gym membership. So, but it's just quite a beautiful sight. So I'm actually working on a video on YouTube, for YouTube, in which I document things my favorite things to do if you have like a couple of days or even one day to visit the Great Ocean Road, because not everyone has a whole week. And some of the places that I'll be showing you in the video you've never actually been to. I'll be documenting a rainforest called Mate's Rest. Beautiful 30-40 minute hike, and it's a rainforest that very little has changed since the times of the dinosaurs. It's prehistoric, and it is one of the places along this coast which you can find black carnivorous snails. I didn't spot any yesterday when I went to the rainforest, but it is fascinating. Okay, Loch Ard Cemetery. So we're gonna have to turn left. Let's head down to the cemetery. And here's a little warning for us. Warning, unstable cliffs. Keep to designated walking tracks and lookouts at all times. Hello, Leanne, nice to see you. So we've got to be careful. I can't get too close to the cliffs. Okay, let's keep walking. Can you hear the birds? Beautiful. And here's a cemetery. Now the ship involved 50 deaths, but sadly only 4 bodies were actually recovered, and those 4 bodies are buried in the cemetery. I'll just do a little. It was a very sad day. They had it's a beautiful sounding bird, isn't it, Tina? I couldn't spot the bird, so I can't tell you what bird it was, but yeah. And yeah, Tom Pierce became a national hero. But unfortunately, these people did not get to survive. Let's see if we can find Eva's family's shield. Here we go. So this is in memory of Eva's family, the Carmichaels. So yeah. Sad. Yes, Leslie, they were all from the UK, England and Ireland. And here's a little plaque that they placed here in the cemetery. Yeah, that's a good point, Leslie. Ruth, I didn't think of that, but that's a great point. It is weird. The 52 people, sorry, 52, not 50, who died when the Loch Ard sank near. As I was saying before, only 4 bodies were recovered. Those of Mrs. Rebecca Carmichael, Miss Raby Carmichael, Arthur Mitchell, and Reginald Jones. They were placed in coffins made from timber washed up in... so they were placed in coffins that were made from the timber that was washed up in Loch Ard Gorge and buried in this cemetery. A cross of spars from the wreckage was erected over the graves, and this was later replaced with headstones. These are the passengers. This is the crew. Where are the headstones? So let's see. So this would be one of them. This would be of the Carmichaels. And this is another one that survived, Reginald. There was found Reginald Jones. So this is another actual grave, and we also have Arthur Mitchell. I don't know where Arthur Mitchell is. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find Arthur Mitchell. But yeah, oh no, sorry, of course. And there's Arthur Mitchell. So Arthur Mitchell and Reginald Jones are buried here. They're both in this grave. So sad. Okay, well, let's end it with some views of the beach. And I'm just gonna head closer to the cliffs. Who paid for the graves? I'm presuming the state of Victoria paid for the graves, yeah. And here's just another angle of the cliffs. And check this out, absolute nothingness, just trees. And what best thing about Great Ocean Road, you get to experience forests, rainforests, rivers, the ocean, mountains. There's a bit of everything, wildlife. It's just one of the most profound and spellbinding experiences you can experience. It's quite beautiful. So, yeah, good point, Leslie. Those are very, very good questions, 100%. Yeah, I wonder the same thing sometimes. So, I hope you enjoyed this. It was absolutely stunning. What an experience. And it's always, love that tree over to the left. Oh yeah, good eye, Suzanne, good eye. Let's see. That tree over there, eh? Beautiful. And it was just such an awesome experience. And now I'm going to preserve my battery and head to the Thunder Cave a little bit earlier. So yes, we're all ready for the thundering sound of what is to come. So thanks again. Thanks again for joining. I enjoyed showing you this beach. Obviously, if you're ever at the Great Ocean Road, this is a must-see. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So we'll speak soon. Sending you guys my love. And I'll hopefully see you at the Thunder Cave. If not, then I will, we'll chat along the way, okay? Love you guys. And Stefan, thanks for stopping by. Brother, nice to see you. And yeah, see you guys. Love you. Real experience. Yes, see you at the Thunder Cave, Leslie. Sorry you have to be up late for this, but it'll be worth it, I promise. See you in a bit, Kathy, for sure, for sure. Thanks, Suzanne. Always such a pleasure to have you here. You're welcome, Denise. Thank you for being here. Obrigado, Fatima. Thank you for saying that. You're welcome, Stephanie. Thanks for being here. See you guys. Speak soon. You're welcome, Brenda. Oh, see you, Noreen. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. See you, Emily. Bye, Natalie. See you guys. Bye, TM. Nice to see you.